Hi, Ed Sullivan here, lobbyist for the Illinois State Rifle Association. The big issue in Springfield as we head into the fall veto session deals with domestic violence. Senate Bill 2633, commonly referred to as Karina's Law, would force gun owners to relinquish their firearms to law enforcement if they have a domestic violence restraining order against them. Karina Gonzalez and her daughter were murdered by her husband after a restraining order was filed. This bill is named after her. The backdrop to this issue is a recent U.S. Supreme Court case, Rahimi versus the United States, where the court ruled that a person can be temporarily disarmed if they have committed domestic violence. The key to this ruling, though, is the defendant must be given due process. In the coming weeks, we will be explaining the complexity of this issue and the SCOTUS ruling in a series of videos. Topics we will be covering. Would it surprise anyone that government failed to enforce existing laws and a tragedy occurred, similar to Aurora and similar to Highland Park? Senate Bill 2633, while noble in intent, is a bit of a mess and does not conform to the SCOTUS view of due process. I know, that's shocking that anti-gun groups don't understand due process and they don't understand the law. Now, to his credit, Governor Pritzker understands the complexity of sending law enforcement into homes to confiscate guns, and we certainly need to tackle that issue. With the SCOTUS ruling, we should now revisit due process related to red flag laws, clear and present danger reports, and conditions of release for non-detainable offenses. Negotiations on Karina's Law are taking place as we speak between the anti-gun groups and legislators with the intent of passing something in the veto session this November. Now, does it surprise anyone that post-Rahimi, ISRA has not been asked to be part of these discussions? Domestic violence is a serious issue. ISRA agrees with the Supreme Court that if you were found guilty of this violent act by a court of law, the government can temporarily disarm you. The key here is after the person has received their day in court and afforded due process. We will offer alternatives to government confiscation of firearms while still adhering to the intent of this summer's Rahimi ruling by the United States Supreme Court. So, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for more videos. Until then, stay strapped. Sullivan out.